What's going on, guys? Welcome. Today we're pretty much going all out. And we're gonna be building an absolutely ridiculous build using the Astral RTX 5080. On top of that, we went all ASUS on this stuff. So we got the ROG Strix 1000 watt PSU. We've got the Z890-E Mobo. I was just like, you know what? There was like, I think it was, I'm trying to think of who it was. Somebody was like, hey, when are you gonna start doing some full-size builds? And so today and tomorrow, we're really just kind of having a lot of fun with building just crazy PCs, and this one is basically $4,100. And the other thing too is that it actually is using CU DIMMs, so it's the first time we've actually used CU DIMMs. 8400 mega transfer RAM, so it should be fun. I'm really excited about it. In today's build, we're going to start off with still a really good CPU, 599 bucks. We have its competitor, its real competitor, coming out here pretty soon, the 9950X3D. I know the 9950X is out now, but $599, the Intel Core i9 285K. The main reason I wanted to do this, guys, is because of this, right? And huge shout out to the team over at Kingston. We're using 48 gigs of 8400 mega transfer RAM. This is CU DIMM 8400, which is actually pretty cool. And then we have a 4 terabyte Gen 4 NVMe drive that we're also gonna be using for them. So huge shout out to them. They sent us a huge care package of a bunch of RAM and all that sort of stuff. So, and then of course, wanting to put it inside of, you guys are gonna see a lot of cool updates because I think it was during the live stream on Thursday, we saw the brand new updates to Armory Crate, so, which now uses the ASUS driver thing, which I'll show you a little bit. So they've taken a lot of the feedback that we've actually given to them. I've actually given this personally to JJ. It's made it way faster to set up. So I love seeing when companies respond to feedback. And a lot of the stuff that's in their new Armory Crate is a direct response to some of the stuff that has bothered me specifically. So really here for it. For the GPU, going with it, we have the Astral. Here it is, the ROG Astral. Dude, this thing is heavy. The ROG Astral 5080. I'm really excited about getting to use this card. This card is overkill. So we just got finished doing our testing. We don't have, you guys will see a review for this coming out fairly soon. We want to include the tough data, so we're waiting for our tough guide to come into this. But yeah, we have a review for this coming out here. This is the overkill card. Everything from premium power delivery. It's also got ridiculous cooling with that 4th fan. And then we're of course using GPU tweak and all those other things. So you guys are gonna get to see the performance numbers on that. Don't worry, we've got a number of games that we'll run this through. And then of course we'll look at thermals at the same time. So the card is a monster. For cooling our 285K, we're also doing another debut today along with the Astral. We're gonna use the Panorama SE360 ARGB. This is the brand new one from Trikes. This is their one that has a rotatable screen, so you can do the waterfall mode or whatever it was. We have a review coming out for this Tuesday, I think is when the review actually comes out. It might actually be coming out tomorrow, but at the latest it'll be Tuesday. But we wanted to basically do a showcase build for this. I thought it'd look really great inside of this case. And at the same time, there's not a lot of lights. We're gonna keep all the fans and everything stock for this stuff. But yeah, the Panorama SE360 ARGB and should be a really cool AIO. Literally really cool AIO, and then of course we'll have a review for that as well. And then still using my favorite cables, but we're going up from the tough 850. We're gonna be using the ROG Strix. This is their 1000 watt Aura edition. You guys know how much I love ASUS PSUs specifically because of their cables. But this one also has the Aura sync, so it's got RGB, it's got an aluminum case, it's got their Axial Tech fan design, and then of course they've got those ROG heat sinks as well. So these are all the parts going into it. Should be a beautiful build. I think it's because I was told by JJ, he's like, hey, just so you know, there's a little pad that'll help with the heating. Yeah, there they are right there. There it is right there. See, I need one of these little pads. And this is so I can get complete healing, complete cooling for my NVMe drives. Wow, you gave us a lot of them, dude. There's a lot of those pads in here. Okay, so here is this Mobo, guys, and this Mobo is legit wild, okay? Legit wild. First and foremost, I just want to show you just the sheer amount of I/O Look at the amount of I/O on this Mobo, dude. There is four USB-C, right? Of which you can see multiple. You got a 10G USB. You've also got Thunderbolt. Look at just the amount of, like, you have so much I/O at the same time. They've got their new Q-Connect Wi-Fi connectors as well. It's got their clear CMOS, their flash, all that sort of stuff. Plus, it's a 5G wired LAN at the same time, which is actually pretty cool. So it's got so much bloomin' I/O, which is absolutely crazy. And then at the same time, we also have all of this cool peel stuff. So let's get all these peels off. So, which is actually pretty cool. I really like this. It's got like the heatsink kind of wrapped through it, but what you do is you just literally lift this, and then this whole thing pops up, and then now we have those, which, I mean, it's actually hard to kind of get to the peels. So we're gonna grab our little screwdriver here, and then here we go. Okay, so here's where I'm just trying to get it so I can get this peel off. There you go, got it. Got it, okay. So we got our peel off, and again, it's got that cool latch. This allows you to just switch between the different settings, which is actually really neat. So you can go all the way up to 2210, which is really cool. So you take one of these, and these go right here. And that allows you to get the additional cooling there, which is cool. And then we take our 4 terabyte. There we go. Okay, we take our 4 terabyte, pop it in, and then put that down, and then this, look at that, and boom, it's installed. That's all there is to it. And now we're basically, all you gotta do is clip it in. It's just that easy. Now what we do is we take this big honkin', and we're using a Gen 4, big honkin' one, pop that in like that, and then just clips, oops, didn't quite get it in there. There we go, and then boom, it is locked in, and there you go, good to go. Making its premiere on Robeytech is CU DIMMs. So these are 8400 megatransfer, guys, and by the way, we've already benched and all this, so you guys are actually gonna see 8400. Okay, so here we go. Pop that out like that. Ooh, that's crunchy. That's crunchy, but there we go. Nice, uber fast RAM. Okay, so I don't think we've actually ever done the retail box. This is the retail box for the CU9. I don't think we've actually ever done the CU9 retail box. So it is a little bit like the one for, like, what we saw with the i9 and stuff like that, except for it's inside of like a little plastic. It just says Intel on it. So it looks just like this a little bit, and then on the other side, just pops open. It's all like biodegradable and stuff like that. Lots of new parts. Well, this thing is actually, for the cost, for $599, yeah, this CPU is not bad at all. All right, so let's go zoom in here. I actually bought new thermal paste, and then I forgot it. So the good job on that, Roby. Okay, let's go ahead and go in there. Let's see, what thermal paste art should we put today? I think this is kind of an overkill build. So I think what we'll do, I think it needs a sports car. I think we need a sport car drawing today, guys. Sport car drawing today. All right, here we go. Okay, so here we go. It's on the road here. Okay, so here we go, there's the road. And we're gonna put it, there we go. We got some cool tires there. We're gonna do Porsche here. Let's do Porsche. It's gonna be a Porsche okay. It's actually going to look more like an old Ferrari. It looked like an old racing Ferrari. I think that's an old racing Ferrari right there. It's going really fast because it's good in there. And then it's a sunny day, so you have a couple clouds and stuff in the sky, which would actually be pretty cool. It's a Robeytech race car. But then, little did he know when he was racing, there's a bear. And the bear is angry. Angry bear. And he hits the bear. But the cool thing is that his car, he was carrying he had a 5090 in the back, but it landed behind, and somebody else was able to pick it up and get a free 5090. So that's what happened. That's my thermal paste art for today. Is the car crash, but the bear survived. The bear survived, and at the same time, somebody got a free 5090 on the side of the road. Let's just say it was a liquid Astral 5090 that somebody was able to just pick up, and because the car was on fire, he didn't know. Yeah, it's a happy ending. That's how we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab our trikes here and get our mounting stuff in for it. Okay. Here's our box full of the mounting materials. Okay, here's our mounting plate ready to go. So let's pop this in. Wow, that is really tall. Wow, look at that. So we'll just mount this stuff on here so it holds, and then that way we can get the Mobo in and all that sort of stuff. I know the peels come in GT. There. Okay, time to take a look at the case here, guys. Flux Pro, Flux Heavy. Oh man, whew, woo. Let's pull our glass off. Okay, there we go. So look at all those fans, guys. All those fans already in there. We got 2 pre-installed. We're not going to replace any fans. 140 on the front and the side. So this should get lots of air to that Astral, which is cool. See what I did there? You also have an additional place to install another fan here, up to an EATX motherboard. It's actually got really far out rubber grommets, and then all this stuff is pre-wired, and it's nice like covered cables here. Okay. That's heavy, hefty, like aluminum. It almost feels like aluminum. There. Ugh. There we go, another panel. Whoopsie. Don't fall. Okay. Now, wow, look at all that, guys. So everything's wired. It's got a hub. So everything's wired into a fan hub, which is nice. And then you also, it's a fan and RGB hub, so you can actually have all your RGB here. Nice quality Velcro strips. You got USB, 3.5-inch HD drive trays. You've got another HD drive tray down here, plus a 2.5-inch mount there. This actually slides. That's crazy. So you could actually slide down here at the bottom. Let's loosen it up. So USB, okay, so the USB for the sensor is already over here. And then you have your regular, you got 2 more 2.5-inch mounts there. Plus this could technically be used as another. So you could actually do 1, 2, 3, 2.5-inch plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 3.5-inch drives, which is actually a pretty good sizable amount. And then your fans are mounted into into a cage here. And then this just pops off, which is, oh, that pops off really nicely. And you've got those big Antec 140mm fans there in the front. Also here at the top, oh, that slides up. Okay, so this just comes off like this. So that just pops off, and then you've got your temp screen here, and that's already covered by a little plastic thing. So here's your PSU cable. So I think your PSU is side mounted, guys. like in the Lian Li. So you mount your PSU sideways. And so your PSU mounts on its side, and then you have all this open area. Okay, that's interesting. And it's got a routing around it, so you can route it, which is crazy. Okay. Now I think if you want it, and there is no way, I'm looking at this, sorry, just learning stuff as we look at this. There is no way, you do have this, and I'm wondering if there's a thing, so if you wanted to just mount it traditionally, you could. But it looks like you can take this out, and I'm wondering if there's another mount tray if you just wanted to traditionally mount your PSU. Let's look inside of this. So we have our extras. Okay, so you have, okay, yep, and then you can grab this. And then if you want to do a traditional mount, you could. So you have the option of either using a side mount if you wanted to do that, or you could do a traditional mount. I mean, I don't know how long our PSU is. It'll be interesting. We'll make that decision later. We'll just take them both and figure it out when we get there. So we're just gonna pop this in, just like that. Okay, cool. And that's popped in. Those are just sitting down as low as they can because they don't have anything holding it in right now. And there we go, guys. Okay, so let's do the peel for this now. There we go, peel's done, guys. Now you can stop being angry about it. Quest here. Okay, guys, so we got, there it is. That looks good, right? That looks good in there. Honestly, this board, like, you need something that kind of fills it out, which is, I think that, well, I'm actually pretty excited about this case. Okay, guys, so what we're gonna do now, we're gonna grab this, so we're gonna mount all our cables. So there's that one. That's our USB 3. So we have HD audio next. We're gonna route this one right here. Down here at the bottom. Then we have an integrated front panel header, which I think is great. Integrated front panel, I love it. That's gonna go right here. It's gonna make it easy for that. Next up, we got USB-C. It's gonna go right here. Yep, that's gonna go right there. Perfect. And then one thing that's different about this one, USB, regular USB. This is for the temp control, and we're gonna put that over here like that. And then we have a hub here, and I'm gonna see here. So we have a hub, and let's see if I got what I got lengthwise. Okay, it looks like this can go right here. So this is your hub, and so this cable right here, which is hard to show. So this cable right here is on the back on the Antec Flux. You have an RGB and you have a fan header. Luckily, there's one of those like really close here, so we're gonna run this right to that location. Ooh, this is like not long enough. I could run it up top. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna run it actually right up here. Ooh, oh yeah, and then I can plug I'll plug my thing inside of it. Okay, so actually change my mind. I'm actually gonna run this right here. So this is for our hub, and then we'll plug the Panorama SE inside of it. Okay, so I think we actually have all the cables routed, which is awesome. Top down here. Okay, so we're gonna route this right here. That's your USB-C. There we go. Next we have our USB 3.2. We'll tighten these out here in a minute. There we go. And then we're gonna take these. These are our fan hub right here. There we go. And then this one's gonna go right here. Now we can just plug in all our stuff into the back here. And then down here at the bottom, integrated front panel. We go all the way here to the right. And then we have our USB, which is right here. I'm gonna plug that right here into this third spot right here, which is great. This Mobo has freaking AIO and connections for days. Then we have our HD audio, and that's gonna go into the far side here. Okay, let me zoom in so I can show you all this stuff so you guys can see all the connections one more time. Makes it easy. So up here we have, this is our rear fan. So this fan right here. The rear fan is plugged in here, and then this is the fan hub, and then the RGB hub from the back. I actually might do this just to. So that's those connections. Okay. Then next we have our USB 3, and then we have our USB-C. So those are the next connections that are on the board. So those are those two right there. And then down here at the bottom, you can see it just barely above the fans here. You have our front panel connection, which is actually right here. So there's our front panel connection right there. So there's our front panel. Next to that, we have our USB, which is for our front screen. That's right there. And then all the way over here to the left, we have our HD audio cable. So let's get our AIO in. Oh. Now, one of the things I learned by looking at the instructions, I read instructions, so you can actually take this off, and then we'll mount our AIO to it. Okay, let's grab our trikes here. Now the screen just comes off, which is awesome. So if you have kind of like a more low profile pump here. Now, Asus also has a version of a panorama. It'll be for their BTF style stuff. They have a retail, we got to see at CES. So there are more people coming out with these panorama style screens as well. Okay, so we go. I might want to end up moving this. Okay, so this is gonna go up here. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, which camera am I on? Side. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna do is take this, I'm gonna plug this into our CPU header, because I want the fans to be controlled by the CPU header. The RGB I'm actually gonna run to the back. Oopsie, oopsie. There we go. Now I've taken the plastic off of it. Oh wow, okay, so this is still got an AIO thing. I'm gonna put it upside down, which is fine, because I want the cable up there. It is not as straightforward as it should be. For the installation here. Okay, once you get it in, it becomes a whole lot easier after that. Okay, so now it's in. Plug that in, run it up. Put this back in so it doesn't fly off. There we go. Okay. Gonna take our little screen here. Undo this. I mean, I guess what I'm gonna do the waterfall mode, but if you were gonna do this, the thing is that really kind of it doesn't look like they want tubes on this side. So I'm gonna do the waterfall mode because that's kind of the cool way to do it. But if you wanted to do the sideways mode, we want to rotate the tubes. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I can put them down, maybe the better mode here. So a nice little hole there. The other option is I could do this, which is fine. Still lets me rotate it, so maybe this is the best option here. And then we run this through and up. Okay guys, we got it. That was a lot of work. And you can go sideways or whatever, so we're gonna go the right way here. There we go. Okay, screen is installed. Now we can get the rest of this squared away. Okay, so here it is, guys. The RG Astral 5080 is a big, big GPU. Okay, inside of this, dude, this has got a big box. Okay, so inside, we've got a, whoa, is this a coin? Is this like a challenge coin? So you have an ROG challenge coin instead of the ring. You got your standard controller here. You got your ROG. We're gonna see if we need it. We'll see if we need a sag bracket there. You also get your ROG. Oh, here, this is cool. This is what comes with it. It comes with a little mini GPU, which is pretty little neat. It's got some cable stuff here, and then it also has its three cable, it's the extension for the whole thing. So that's what comes inside of it as extra. Okay, so there's that. So that's what comes with extra. And then underneath this, here is the card itself, which is a beefy boy. Oh my gosh, it's so big. Oh my Lord, ow. That is huge. Oh my gosh. Holy, wow, that is 4 slots, guys. 4 slots. My Lord. Look at that. This is gonna take up this whole thing. All right, here we go, guys. You guys ready? I don't even know if I'm ready. Oh my Lord. Wow. There it is. It actually looks really good in this case. I mean, they want to see them in builds, of course, as well, but okay. So there it is, guys. That is so pretty. And I think don't know, we'll have to see. I'm gonna pop it in here. Oh, dude, it's not gonna fit. Now, luckily I have a smaller one. Okay, guys, there it is, the build so far. I think it looks really good. Honestly, very, very happy with how this is coming out. Better than I kind of anticipated, and I had good anticipation already. So yeah, it's gonna be cool to see this all lit up. Okay, let's get very, very excited about using this PSU. This is a good PSU. Now we need SATA, and our 24 pin, our CPU pins. That's kind of it. There's not a lot that we need here. Ugh. So this is a cybernetics and a 80 plus gold. Okay, so there we go. Okay, we need the regular mountain plate. There we go. RGB cable right here. There we go, RGB. Next up, 16 pin cable, because why not, right here. There we go. Next up, CPU cable. And last cable is our SATA. And there we go. First one, CPU. It's gonna go on the top here. Put this out of the way so I don't hurt it. On the top corner up here. Come on. There we go. Okay, so that one's plugged in. 24 pin. You can go right here, on the side here. I can put this back now. There we go. Okay, 24 pin plugged in. GPU cable. And that's just gonna go right here. Make sure it's plugged in all the way. And just like that. Not touching anything, which is great. Okay. Build is finished. There you go. Nice and clean looking build, all up. Ugh. And there we go. 2 HDMI ports, which is nice. There's our thing. Okay, everything's ready. Okay, here we go, guys. 3, 2, 1. Oh, I forgot to turn on the power. 3, 2, 1. Oh, it's spinning. There it is. Oh, wow. It's got a big RGB bar. And there it is. There's that beautiful screen. And it is officially lit up. Check. So we'll run Cinebench and let's see what our temps are. Okay, so here we go. So let's see what our CPU temps are. You can see them right there. Right now it's sitting at a package temp of 44. File advanced. Let's go to 10-minute and then hit start. So 81, 82. Might get a little bit warmer. This AIO does okay with temps. Like it's definitely middling in terms of performance, AIO performance, but even now you're seeing it go down to 80s, you know what I mean? And then look at that, we've got a 39,955, right? You can see right here, there's no issues whatsoever with temps. It's just running beautifully. It's still sitting at 81, 82, 83. It's gonna stay right around that way the entire time. Okay, so temps are good, no problem there. Let's check out GPU temps. We've also put a GPU curve in place. So we'll open up FirmArc here. Also, I'm gonna open up here we go, Alt-Z, open the overlay. Let's go to statistics. We'll go to turn it on, and we'll go to advanced, so you'll be able to see it up here. We'll run things at 1440. So this is 1440p. See right now our GPU's at 99%. The GPU temp is at 59 degrees, 58, 59 degrees Celsius right now. So it's not having any issues whatsoever. GPU usage is like, so yeah, our temp is not having any problem whatsoever. And then we're currently pulling 373 watts right now. So no issues running there. Temps are good. Wattage is good. Hey look, the cable didn't catch fire because you guys, it's not going to. Okay, so this is the first time we've actually got to see this, which is always super fun. Now when we look at the capture, you can actually see you're getting additional information that because this is an ASUS card, you're actually getting how much amperage is going through each of the individual pens on the card. You can actually see the RPM mode, temperatures and thermal maps. You also see that you can actually change your different modes. We're gonna turn on our OSD, but this is stuff that you actually get additionally when you use a ASUS GPU, so you're getting additional information that you don't get if you use, and you can use GPU tweak with any particular brand of GPU, but then you just get some additional information with this as well. So let's just check out some gaming temps, some stuff right here. So we'll start here, hit play. Let's check out Cyberpunk. Let's go ahead and go to settings. We'll go to graphics. We'll do ray tracing, ultra, DLSS, transformer model. We'll go ahead and set it to balanced because we're 1440p. We're gonna turn on ray reconstruction. Leave frame generation off for right now. And then we'll turn on path tracing just because, hit apply. And let's run it like this. Let's make sure this is, okay, it's all in balance. Okay, there we go. So we'll start here. So this is 77, 80 frames per second. So this is your raw. This is like if you were gonna use multi-frame generation, look, we're getting way north of 60, right? Which is what you want. So that means that all in all, your multi-frame generation experience with this is gonna be really good, which is one of the things, especially when you think about 1440p. This is everything cooking on max, right? So, yeah, guys, this is not specifically, we haven't turned frame gen or anything on. This is just raw, super cooked 1440p right now. And you can see GPU temps are 58, CPU temps are 65. So no problems with cooling this thing whatsoever. So that is, you're right, it is DLSS, so it is super sampled. So that is super sampled, it is not raw. It is super sampled raw, my bad. And then that thing that's in the top left this is GPU Tweak 3. Okay, so let's go to settings. We're now going to go ahead and add frame generation. We'll go to DLSS, and then we're gonna go balance. We're gonna have to apply. It's gonna make me restart the PC, restart the game. Okay, so there we go. We're running at 244, 256 frames per second. And this is with everything maxed. There we go, 243 frames per second. GPU is at 60, CPU is at 62. And this is where multi-frame gen just works really, really well. You know what I mean? Not saying that it's for everybody, but for cinematic gamers, when you have, the one thing that's beautiful about the 5080 is that because you get that super solid base frame rate, you get a really good experience with the new technology. And obviously on the 5090, it's even better. And then of course it's a little bit worse on the 5070 Ti, so your mileage varies depending on the GPU, but there you go. Let's check out a different game. We can check out let's go ahead and go to Avowed, right? Something that's not necessarily DLSS 3, just a little bit more contemporary right now. We're running, what are we running right now? Ooh, this is running 60 frames per second. Let's take a look at our graphics here. Okay, let's do graphics. Okay, so we're full screen. Oh, well, that's why. Unlimited, field of view is 90, motion blur is off, VSync is off, ray tracing is on, we're running DLSS, we're gonna go to balanced, frame generation's off, reflex is on, we're at epic, apply. Okay, there we go. And now we're at 122 frames per second. There we go, that's better. Okay, so in terms of just, and there you go, guys. This is 116 frames per second. This is no frame gen. Dude, this game looks so good. Temps, GPU temp 53, CPU temp 59. See, so we just did that platforming section. Ah! There you go. You can see no problems whatsoever with performance and stuff like that. There we go, Avowed, no problem, 110 FPS. Good example of some game, and there you go. So let's look at last one. Let's do some Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Okay, so let's jump in here. So let's see what we got here. I will say this game has issues with GPU tweak. So we might, okay, well, first and foremost, we're not gonna run there. Let's go 2160 by 13. Field of view is 90, vertical sync. Let's just turn it off. FPS is off, motion blur is off, on, shadow quality, texture pool. So let's go to Supreme. And then we're gonna make ray tracing on full. So we're in full ray tracing. We're gonna turn on ray, this takes a little bit to load. We're turning all the stuff on here. All the DLSS 4 stuff. All lights on, DLSS, we're gonna put it on balanced. Ray reconstruction's on. We're gonna leave frame generation off for now. I will tell you, it will want to, oh, cancel. Okay, let me apply. How do I apply? I keep forgetting how to apply. Okay, so let's see where this is when we're done. I will tell you that, okay, so we're at 70. Okay, so let's see. This is without frame gen, so this is max everything. Oh, this is actually okay. 80 at 1440p. So this would be super solid again for multi-frame gen. This is everything cranked, guys. This is the most beauty-miss Indiana Jones you can get. Yeah, this is like everything turned on. Lights. Oh, look, I mean, like look at the reflection just right there. And there is some screen tearing right now, but that's just because no VSync and stuff like that. Wow, this runs better than I thought. So here we are, Sistine Chapel. Beautiful. God, this game is so pretty. So we're running 98% GPU usage, 64 on the CPU temp, 59 on the GPU temp. So it's staying very solidly above 60 FPS here. And then of course, if you wanted to, this like giving what you're seeing here from your performance metrics and stuff like that, this is a great game to do multi-frame generation, which we're gonna get way higher. Now, I'm gonna try and turn it on just because it's fun, but there is a chance that it will crash with this, not because of the game, but because of GPU tweak. Okay, so we're looking at 73. Okay, so let's go ahead and go here. Okay, so we're at 4-time multi-frame gen here. Let's go to options. Let's go to, it's showing the 1% lows, which is option. Okay, let's just turn on our performance metrics. So there we go. 92, 93 frames per second. Oh, 250. There we go. 250 frames per second. Okay, so there it is, guys. Our ridiculous $4,100 RTX 5080 ROG Astral build inside of the Antec Flux Pro. Anyway, guys, that is it for me. Have an absolutely amazing rest of your night. And then we will see you guys on the next episode. Bye, guys.